Welcome back, folks. Sorry for the clickbaity title, but I really wanted to get your attention. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about boiling water and how realistic or unrealistic it might be in a longer term survival situation, such as a longer term power outage, such that you might see in the aftermath of a hurricane. And this was inspired because hurricane season is right around the corner. So I thought this was important enough, and we're going to make a video of it. So here we are. Okay, now before you guys go thinking that I'm completely against boiling water, no, I'm not. It has its place. In fact, I brought this out to show you. This is one that I use on occasion when I'm backpacking or hiking and stuff, and I've used it in the past for boiling water. It does have its place, and it is a good redundancy if you have nothing else. My concern is during a longer duration event where boiling water becomes more problematic. Okay. First thing I want you to notice is if this is what I'm starting to boil water in, this is going to be grossly inefficient. I'm going to probably be doing it on some sort of a gas stove like this one, or a gas grill. This is my old Coleman. You guys saw this in the apartment prepping video. I'll be boiling this. I get a couple of cups. I think it's like 3 or 4 cups of water here. A lot of that is going to evaporate. It's going to get very hot. And if I'm doing this indoors during the aftermath of a hurricane, which is usually during the summer when it's hottest here, this is going to be very, very uncomfortable. It's going to be grossly inefficient. It's going to be problematic. And that's my first problem with this, right? So, and this has happened to me in the past. I've been through 3 hurricanes where we had longer term power outages. Andrew being the worst. We were out of power for over a month. I very, very quickly learned why I did not like boiling water. So I went ahead and used this type of pot in the initial stages. I very quickly realized that it's a pain in the neck. Warms up the indoors really badly, even with good circulation of air with windows and doors open and stuff. So we took it outside. I took a stock pot, something like this one, but much larger. It was a little bit bigger, and I boiled water in that. And oh my gosh, did I learn a very quick lesson. It becomes increasingly dangerous because of the weight and because of the heat. So now you boil it. It takes a longer time because of the bigger quantity of water, and it takes a long time to cool off. And even then, the water that you're getting out of it tastes terrible. Boiled water tastes absolutely terrible. So if nothing else is available, yes, by all means, you go through the trouble of it. But with a little bit of planning, you can do so much better. If you're in hurricane season, or if you have a situation where you're preparing for something that you know is coming, probably the easiest thing is to take every container that you have and fill it with water. Okay? And once all of those containers are filled, if you have a bunch of Ziploc bags, fill those up with water and freeze them. Accumulate as much water as you can. Those water bladders that you can stick in your bathtub are wonderful. They make smaller ones that fit in a sink. All of that stuff is great. Especially here where I live in South Florida, we don't really have a water problem. I've got 2 canals within walking distance. I have several ponds behind me. I have access to water. I have a lot of water. The problem is not water for us. The problem is containers and processing the water. As you're seeing, boiling for processing is probably the worst method. It's the most problematic method, and it's quite dangerous. So for all of those reasons, I'm not a huge fan of boiling water. What I'm really telling you here is don't take it for granted. You get a boil order water that the county or the city sends you. They play it on TV, or they send it to you via radio, or even through the emergency alert system. But that's really in case you have no preparations whatsoever. Everybody has at least a pot, right? But we can do much better. My preference, my tool of choice is the Pure to Go water purifier. It's not just a simple filter. it's a water purifier. It actually will filter the water, and then it'll purify. It'll kill anything that makes it through the filtration part on contact. Plus, the flow rate for this thing is incredible. It can pump quite a bit of water in a very short period of time. That makes life so much easier for me. I get a container like this. I have several of these. I have bigger ones. I brought this one for convenience. This is a 3-gallon. I brought this one for convenience. I have some bigger ones. The 5-gallon ones are actually much better. You can put those on a counter and you can use them kind of like a water fountain type of a situation. But think about this. I bring in some water that I pulled out of the pond. I take my water purifier, which has this hose system. I put this into the mouth of my container, and I pump away, and I start filling these up. It's faster, it's more efficient, it's safer. In addition to having the membrane filter, on the other end of the viral back, you've got a charcoal filter, which will adsorb any chemicals on the way out. It'll catch them. So it's very helpful in that regard. It pumps out 300 gallons per cartridge. Cartridges are $20 to replace. This is a great unit. This I found to be a far more effective system than having to boil and carry and cool some sort of a pot over the course of a day. Not to mention that I have better uses for my propane. I can use it for cooking. I can use it for running my generators. I can use the propane for other things. If I'm using it to boil water in addition to that, it's very resource wasteful, and it's something that I would like to avoid if I could. So my point of today's video is water preparedness is super important. Okay, they tell us in the survival priority rule of threes that we have 3 days without water. Those of you that have been on some of my lectures, maybe at the HAP Summit or at the Earth Health Fest, know that very often it's a lot less than 3 days, particularly if you're working, particularly if the climate is hot, such as you might see after a disaster. So for those reasons, I strongly encourage you to take your water preparedness seriously. Don't just take it for granted that the government is telling you a boil water order will take care of you, because you'll very quickly see in the middle of that emergency what a pain in the neck it's going to be. Trust me, I'm telling you this from experience. Now, if you don't already have a good water purifier and you're looking for one, I can't recommend this one enough. This is the Pure2Go Field Kit. It's available through our website. Link is going to be below. And if you have any other questions or concerns related to this type of preparedness stuff, drop them below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. And if you like what we're doing, if you like what you saw, if you found value in it, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like, or even better, a share. And if you're not following us already, guys, follow us. That way you'll stay abreast of our uploads. And until next time, take care.